Okay, do you guys remember earlier in the week when I said we shouldn't be focusing on all the negative Nancys that are celebrating Charlie Kirk's death? We'll scratch that. I hadn't seen them all when I said that, and they're really weighing heavy on my heart. They're truly disgusting. These people are pure evil. By all means, that doesn't mean I'm going to post all those videos on here. I'm not that tacky. I might post some.
By the sword, die by the sword. He did say that gun deaths were an acceptable side effect of gun rights.
They clapped him. No, they clapped his ass. Hey, bro. And the cherry on top, the icing on the cake was the shooter was not black. They clapped him. Get him out of here, coach. Get that nigga out of here. New op pack.
Hold on, I got a Ku Klux Klan member on my page. Let me block this Ku Klux Klan member. Nobody's scared of y'all no more.
These people are retarded, but they're also evil.
But I also want to go over some of the information that they caught the suspect, they caught the assassin. And I'm sorry for making so many videos. This is just weighing heavy on my... Why am I apologizing for making videos? This is my channel. I think I'm sorry because no one's watching them. No, sorry guys. I'm sorry I'm annoying you. Please like my video. Maybe give it a watch if you care. You guys probably haven't seen the same thing, but all the liberals are changing the context of every speech, every quote, every statement that Charlie Kirk has made. So it makes them feel better. It makes them feel self-righteous for saying the vile crap that they have been saying for the last few days. Like a lot of the young libs are bringing up the school that had happened the same day, like they care about that more than Charlie Kirk's passing, while simultaneously saying that the right doesn't care about school which is so ironic because that's all we've been screaming from the rooftop for years, that we really need to stop over prescribing these young kids all these SSRIs because they all are trans, because they're being indoctrinated by the left-leaning media and all this propaganda, because they need attention. They're chronically online. They're chronically depressed. They have no sense of community. Because really, who's doing all these school shootings? These trans kids that are on all these meds with these guns. And then we have all these celebrities like, what's her name? Sabrina Carpenter doing their little song and dance. Save the dolls, save the trans dolls, because their lives. How about the lives they're taking? And if you are one of these people that feels self-righteous for your hatred for a person or a group of people, then you're a shitty person and something is majorly wrong with you too. And going back to school, nobody is celebrating a school shooting.
I wasn't even going to get on here and make a video about this, but y'all done pissed me off in my Instagram requests. I basically reposted something on Instagram on my story saying that Charlie's death cannot be separated from the systems that he spent his entire career platforming and trying to, promote. And yes, before you ask, every single person who messaged me something like that, along the lines of being like, fuck you, Vanilla, what the fuck, they were, you guessed it, white! And they also all had profile pictures of them and their fucking mid-ass husbands standing on a beach that looked exactly like this. But that's beside the point, because then if I was like, hey, there's children in Palestine that are getting every day, they're like this. And then I'm like, hey, so what about all the school and everything? Are we serious? Like, but now you want to wake up. Oh, but now we want to wake up. Now suddenly we're awake? Oh, okay.
First of all, that was a school shooting. Secondly, the difference is that nobody's celebrating the school shooting in Colorado. Okay, does that make sense?
What the fuck does race have to do with this? It's always a white bitch. Bitch, you're white. Oh my God, I can't. Like, don't regret what type of person you are. We should never be afraid to have freedom of expression and ideas. This is so dangerous for our country, guys. Political violence is never the answer. We don't want to have one government. We don't want to live in an echo chamber where you all have to think the same thing. We don't want to live in North Korea. And have you noticed that only freedom fighters are the ones getting assassinated? And it's usually by liberals. Apparently this one allegedly was a furry. As if being a liberal man isn't embarrassing enough.
Assassination. You know what's interesting about assassination? Well, not only does it change those popularity polls in a big fucking hurry, but it's also interesting to notice who it is we assassinate. Do you ever notice who it is? Stop to think of who it is we kill. It's always people who've told us to live together in harmony and try to love one another. Jesus, Gandhi, Lincoln, John Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, John Lennon. They all said, try to live together peacefully. Bam! Right in the fucking head.
And the left keeps saying that Charlie got killed. The thing he's been trying to protect the most, our Second Amendment. So, of course, they find it ironic. And, of course, they're calling out for more gun laws. Of course, they want more gun laws so they can us some more. I find it ironic that they want to take away our guns. Good people need guns because bad people will always have them. Even if you outlaw guns, criminals will still have guns. You can even 3D print guns now. Fentanyl, coke, meth, all those are illegal, but guess what? Criminals still get them. How? That's weird. How do criminals get things that are illegal? Because they're criminals. If you take the Second Amendment away from the citizens, they can't protect themselves from criminals. Hell, they can't even protect themselves from the government if they had to. You can't be against gun violence. Unless, but only if, someone disagrees with you. Then it's okay. Then gun violence is okay. I think we both know that doesn't make sense. I think we both know that you also know that isn't correct. And that's the issue we're having here.
Charlie shouldn't have died. Well, you can't hate the gun and love the gun that shot your rival.
If we live in a country where you can get if you don't have the same beliefs as one side of the political party, well, then that's a horrible, terroristic, fascist, communist country to live in. If one side, like the left, keeps shooting people that disagrees with them and also simultaneously taking away their then that's a fascist, terroristic, communist country.
You thought that my husband's mission was powerful before? You have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country and this world. You have no idea. You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife. The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry.
I blame our left-leaning media for a lot of this. I also blame us for being chronically online. I'm guilty of this too. With COVID, technology, social media, all this has turned us into introverts. We have lost all kinds of communication skills. With being chronically online on modern times, we lack community and that social interaction we need. That's why I always say we're all retarded and we all have the tism, because we lack picking up on social cues. That makes us emotionally stunted sometimes. Nowadays, when we try to get our point across, sometimes it comes off, like as an argument or a disagreement instead of just a conversation. We lack communication. And I don't know, I think we forgot how to love.
I just witnessed Charlie Kirk get assassinated. It was the most awful thing I've ever seen in my life. Neck and blood everywhere. And the worst part of it all was the liberals who were there were cheering. So I just have one thing to say. If you identify yourself with the Liberal Party, it's okay. You can believe what you want to believe. But if you identify yourselves with those people who were cheering and someone just got killed, I just hope you can take a look at yourself and think, is this who I really want to be? Because that is disgusting. Disgusting.
They have found the guy who ended Charlie Kirk's life. His name is Tyler Robinson, and he is 22 years old. They say his dad played a huge part in turning him in. A lot of family members have said that Tyler has become a lot more political and vocal throughout the years, and he had a huge disdain for Charlie. I hear Democrats like Harry Sisson say the motive is unknown, but his bullet casing said, "Catch a fascist." And which party has been calling us fascist? Which party has been calling us Yahtzees? Which party has been calling for violence?
Anywho's, now it's time to talk about the suspect. I'm not even going to say his name because I don't remember it. Every time it comes to one of the a-holes that I can't remember their name. I don't want to talk about him. He was 22. His dad turned him in. I am surprised that they got him alive.
essentially went to the father, went to a U.S. Marshal, who was fantastic, by the way, and the person was involved with law enforcement, but was a person of faith, a minister, and brought him to a U.S. Marshal, who was fantastic, and the father convinced the son, this is it. And again, I'm always subject to be corrected, but you know, I'm just giving you, based on what I'm hearing, they'll give you a much more active. I just heard about it 5 minutes before I walked in. As I'm walking in, they said, looking real good. They have the person that they wanted. So you have breaking news, don't you?
Congratulations. You have been selected to receive the Resident Presidential Scholarship from Utah State University. The value of this scholarship is approximately $32,000. This scholarship is available for 4 years or 8 semesters.
I don't know. This whole Charlie Kirk thing, it really did change me. I don't know why it touched me so closely. I don't know if it's because I'm in Phoenix. I don't know if it's because I applied for a job working for him. I don't know why, but I think it changed us all. I think we all feel really close to it because it just makes us feel like we can express our ideas and our beliefs.
Leftists supporting political violence is actually very common, and around half of left-wing respondents said that it would be at least partially justified to murder Elon Musk or Donald Trump. But we're the fascists. This psychotic lack of human empathy is what happens when your movement repeatedly says that words are literally violence. People use that to justify actual violence against people whose words they simply don't like.
It's a really scary time. There is a memorial that they set up at the Turning Point USA headquarters in Phoenix that I might go to this weekend, take some flowers or something. I'm really trying not to cry. So on 9/11, JD Vance brought Charlie home to Phoenix, met with his wife Erica, and that was so great to see online.
The same people who think Charlie Kirk is in hell, they are the same people who think George Floyd is in heaven.
I also forgot to add that these retards created and are now selling a shirt that proves that they are too stupid to debate Charlie Kirk. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Like, what did someone say? How do I create an image proving that Charlie Kirk is smarter than me and triggers me?
It's not a random thing. I mean, it's the death of free speech. To think that you are so illiterate and so stupid, you can't answer verbally, and you have to you with a gun to quote, win the argument.
Again, how embarrassing. Gosh, okay, guys, I'm being bitchy. I should wrap this one up. Like always, if you guys like this one, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one.
You want to be remembered. I mean, if I die, everything just goes away. How would you, if you could be associated with one thing, how would you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important thing is my faith.
I don't know if you know this, but everyone dies. It's important to remind yourself of that you faced God, the judge, and He's going to list everything you did wrong in your life.